My dear Delilah, the exploration of the underground forest continues to be, rather unfortunately, largely uneventful. In fact, despite having now explored an expanse of territory that by no means can be considered a minority, I have yet to discover any evidence that would lend credence to the belief that this territory holds yet another head honcho demon. However, my dear Delilah, despite the lack of substantiation, that belief is of course held by my partner in exploration, Renfield II, as in Renfield also, not Renfield II. And indeed, my dear Delilah, call me old-fashioned, but I personally hold the belief that if your extremely loyal bee friend, who is also blessed with the powers of human communication, claims that there are demons nearby, well, you best listen. This aside, however, my dear Delilah, as I pointed out at the beginning of this letter, there is unfortunately very little to report. Indeed, if it were not for the fact that these letters function as a vain attempt to continue feeling close to you, my documentation of this expedition would have gone largely unreported. After all, what newspaper informs the public on ongoing research past its initial conception and prior to any meaningful breakthroughs? And what film studio, my dear Delilah, would greenlight an adventure with no beginning, no end, and nothing much of merit entertainment-wise whatsoever? Furthermore, parents of mopey teenagers will tell you in confidence that they complain about their children responding with "not much" when asked what happened at school today, not because they believe it to be a lie or because it's lacking detail, but because it's a truly boring answer to be told. And who can forget the truly abysmal turnout to the summer Hollywood lackluster 5th installment of Indiana Jones and the uneventful archaeological dig at the Athenian Acropolis? If these letters are in fact finding you, my dear Delilah, I do apologize that this one is so very, very boring. But truly, my dear Delilah, to tell a boring story is to love, for I would expect no one but the one who loves me to sit through this utter bore-fest. It is true, my dear Delilah, that without connection to the characters involved, a story without conflict is a story not worth listening to, for conflict is itself a human constant, and so therefore, for as humans, conflict unites us all. If you have in fact gotten this far into the letter, my dear Delilah, then truly it must be love. And so therefore, I will reward you with a crescendo, though small. Conflict, my dear Delilah, has not been entirely lacking. I have slaughtered countless hornets, slimes, ordinary twos, and even a couple of skeletons out for a morning jog. But meaningful conflict, a sense of real danger, and imminent threat has been sorely lacking. So where, you might inquire, is this promised crescendo, if all conflict encountered has thus far lacked any real pizzazz? And to this, my dear Delilah, I can answer quite simply. Gold, riches, and while not glory, a sense of karmic retribution. You see, my dear Delilah, while the head honcho demon is not showing itself, I have found its vaults. Each of these vaults is a small room built of gold, in which is contained a treasure trove of treasures located within a treasure chest. I have, my dear Delilah, stripped the walls of said gold, plundered the handsome boxes of their contents, and even kept the chest for myself. Among these treasures include a pair of sweet boots like the ones I lost so very long ago. And so, my dear Delilah, with vengeance in my heart and riches in my pocket, I will hunt down and destroy the head honcho demon, and then having done so, utilizing his own loot, I shall build a monument to his destruction.